I proudly accept your nomination for President of the United States.
Former U.S. President Donald Trump has been found guilty on all. Trump has become the first American president to be convicted of a felony.
With
Widespread panic among Democrats overnight.
Calls on President Biden to drop out of the 2024 race.
We have to stop pointing fingers and start locking arms.
In a battle that will decide who runs the world's most powerful and influential country for the next 4 years.
The world watches as the US faces one of its most consequential elections. The global balance of power is at stake. And with pressing issues like wars, alliances, and climate change, the outcome will influence every corner of the globe. Before we delve into today's important topic, how America's election impacts global stability, I'd love your support in growing this channel. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and hit the bell notification. Your subscription really helps me bring you more content like this. Now let's get started. The United States accounts for nearly 2/3 of NATO's military budget, but this election could reshape its role in the alliance. Former NATO Deputy Secretary General Rose Gottmiller expresses concern. Donald Trump is Europe's nightmare. He previously hinted at withdrawing from NATO, which alarmed many countries. While Trump pressures NATO allies to meet their spending targets, his erratic statements cause unease.
don't pay, and we're attacked by Russia. Will you protect us? I said, you didn't pay? You're delinquent? He said, yes, let's say that happened. No, I would not protect you. In fact, I would encourage them to do whatever the hell they want.
On the other hand, a Kamala Harris presidency would likely continue current US policies, but with a focus on maintaining pressure on Europe for increased spending. As the war in the Ukraine drags on, the US lawmakers growing wary of approving massive aid packages. Gottmiller warns, no matter who wins the election, pressure will mount on Kyiv to find diplomatic solutions. Harris vows to stand with the Ukraine, while Trump leans toward reducing US involvement, signaling a possible end to the massive financial support for Kyiv. The world is facing its highest risk of power confrontation since the Cold War. Comfort Arrow, president of the International Crisis Group, points out that the US remains a major player, but its ability to resolve conflicts is waning. Conflicts in Ukraine, Gaza, and Sudan show how complex wars are becoming, with regional and global powers competing for influence. The next US president will be forced to navigate these challenges, but America's moral authority has been questioned. Trump's America First approach included imposing steep tariffs on Chinese goods, a strategy he continues to push, but tensions with Beijing remain high, no matter who wins the election. Harris would likely continue to the current administration's hawkish stance on China, but Trump has shown ambivalence, especially concerning Taiwan. Both candidates represent tough challenges ahead for US-China relations. In the Middle East, Trump takes pride in his ability to broker peace deals, like the Abraham Accords, but critics argue these agreements ignored Palestinian interests. A Harris presidency would likely continue US support for Israel, but with stronger calls to protect Palestinian civilians. Trump, however, has been more vocal about giving Israel a freer hand in Gaza, while also vowing to expand peace deals with Arab states. The climate crisis looms large, with recent hurricanes and wildfires serving as stark reminders of the world's vulnerability. Mary Robinson, former president of Ireland, underscores the global stakes of this election, saying, "Every fraction of a degree matters to avoid the worst impacts of the climate change." Trump has promised to roll back environmental policies, while Harris has yet to fully outline her climate agenda, though she is expected to build on the progress of the current administration. The US is the largest donor to the United Nations, and its leadership in humanitarian crisis is crucial. Former UN Under-Secretary General Martin Griffiths warns that a return to Trump's isolationist policies would worsen global instability, though he remains hopeful that the US can rise to the challenge of leading with moral authority. As the 2024 election approaches, the world holds its breath. The stakes are higher than ever. Military alliances, peace efforts, the climate crisis, and humanitarian leadership all hinge on the next US president. No matter the outcome, this election will shape the global order for years to come. What do you think? How will the 2024 US election impact the world? Share your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button.